I don't think this is about winning. I think this is about ending it.
Interesting. Okay.
Because he needs 23 buy-ins. I don't think it's too many buy-ins that he needs to recover.
Right. And we talked about this on a previous interview, but it's like if it gets closer, you have the option to implement lower variance tactics like limping and stuff. So like right now he's not within striking distance, if you will, but say he somehow closes the gap to 400k tonight. Imagine like would already be a monstrous effort from him. Monstrous to get back to 400k overall. You would then be able to respond by playing a lower variant style in certain ways.
Yeah, big pot here facing the snap call for
Doug.
Straight
Doug with another straight. Doug with another straight.
Just putting the nails in the coffin, sealing it up, sending it into the ground.
It's good to have a straight. It's good to have a straight.
And then also covers flop play and heads up. So it sort of gives you the most fundamental parts of heads up you get down with the pre-flop and the flop play. And then Doogie Dan also has another heads up module coming out today or tomorrow called Bet Check Bet. So that one is going to be about heads up spots where it goes bet on the flop, check on the turn, bet on the river. So honing in on that specific part.
Brewing here on the left.
Yep, thank you, Josh. Daniel as the 4-better.
Small bet. Just over pot size bet behind here. So I think you can see some small bets and some trevs here for sure. We go for the small bet. Let's juice him. Let's juice him.
So Doug led the flop here, right? For a third or so into the. Ooh, it's a good card for Daniel's range. Interesting spot here.
Very interesting. Yeah, very uncommon. It's like half pot behind.
Let's see if Doug decides to put Daniel in. He does.
He does.
Quick call from Daniel.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that makes yeah, okay. That seems reasonable. What did Daniel have A7 offsuit?
Yeah, Daniel had 4-bet the A7 offsuit there. We have a juicy pop ruin on the right too as well, by the way. Daniel putting in another 4-bet pot. Daniel's the 4-better again. Maybe he has A7 off again.
They're trying to add the spice. Ooh. Oh, another cooler. Okay, and they add insult to injury on the end.
Just like that.
That's a huge swing. That's like a 100k swing there in like 60 seconds.
Yeah, Daniel wins 116k pot on the right, 10s versus jacks, and then a 111k pot on the left with 2-pair versus a bluff.
The dynamic of commentary is a little bit weird where I'm playing, you know?
Yes.
Well, you guys know, that's for sure. Another 3-bet pot, 3-bet, 6, 4, 3. Flush draw. We're gonna bet the flop.
Okay, Trevor Miller corrected me, and I'm gonna defer to Trevor Miller. He said likes don't help, but engagement does. But a like counts as engagement. That
is correct.
So okay, I guess it is Wade.
I knew you were wrong, but I didn't know if it had changed recently. So.
Gotcha.
But Trevor, my man Trevor, is dropping some knowledge.
I don't know where I got that it wasn't Wade. I was like so confident. You ever be so confident about something and you're just way off? I wish I could go back in time and find out what like the source of that incorrect thought was. I guess I should start telling people to like the videos. I haven't been doing that the whole challenge.
Well, my friend, it's time to wager all of our chips. Oh, come on! Oh! Oh!
You got the double, Doug. It did happen. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Really? Are you gonna wait a little bit? Just gonna get right in for the needle.
I gotta, yep. You gotta send it. It's yeah.
But I just want to talk about how lucky it was there, in all seriousness, to river a
Sure.
straight red pot, because that's an extremely lucky situation that developed, and I just think that there needs to be at least some acknowledgement of that.
You know, valuable for us to have part of our team. We were happy to have him on. So, yeah, that's Josh.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the feedback.
Big 3-bet from Doug on the left. A little bigger, about a blind bigger than usual.
Ooh, what a board. That's not really what you want to see. I don't think. Yeah, a lot of checks there. Both players are going to play this quite passively. Okay.
Daniel puts in a bet when checked to, and we get a pretty interesting card.
Great card. Wow, this is a fun one.
I am drinking, by the way, guys. Just so for those of you who are also drinking, cheers. Let's see if Daniel decides to put in a river bet here. 16K in the middle. I wonder how tall Josh's mohawk would be if he gelled his hair up. That's a funny concept.
My hair's like over 4 feet long, so
It
like,
might touch the ceiling, right?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, especially if I stood up, I wouldn't be able to fit. I used to have these plans to do these like big Liberty spikes or big thing, and like figured out how to put myself in a car. But I don't even think I could get into a van if I put my hair up and stuff. And the amount of glue and stuff it requires is crazy.
Whoa! All in from Dougie.
Shove.
Quick call from Daniel with the straight.
Oh wow, that's big.
Yeah, Doug decides to bluff with the 2 pair that sort of blocks some of the Queen X that Daniel's most likely to have. Interesting play from him there. Big Stealer, a great 500 Zoom player with a little bit of a troll. Queen 7 off dominates 7-6 suited. I think D-Negs is onto something.
It's true, right? Well, I mean, you got the 7-6 suited, you got the 7-8 suited,
Yeah.
7 suited. There's a lot of good stuff. I mean, he's got the Queen 5 suited. That's going to come in for the flat. Maybe he even induces a 4-bet, and then he can just put him to the test with the Queen 7.
You block 7s, you block queens, so...
Oh,
we have big flip on the right. 120K flip, ace king versus 10s. Doug's getting an ace or a 10 on the river. No luck.
I get it.
Daniel wins a flip for 120K total. It's going to get 60K back for him. Well, session 2, because session 1 was played live. Since session 2, we've been tracking all of the pots that involve someone getting stacked, or any pot above 80K. And if you go over to my Twitter, twitter.com/mbradycf or @mbradycf, my pinned tweet is a link to a spreadsheet that has all of that data. So then you can kind of just browse all the hands yourself. You can make a copy of it and sort the data however you want, mess with it, see how the big hands have shaken out. Some interesting stuff, so go check that out. @mbradycf is my Twitter. Shoot me a follow while you're there too, why not? If you want. Check raise from D-Negs on the right versus this double barrel, and he does get called. Ace on the river. $11K bet from Daniel, 12K more like. See what Doug decides to do. Could see some shoving from Doug here. He's the player who can have kings and aces. Even 6s is a hand that Doug can have that Daniel really can't, and he is all in. And there it is. There's the 6s.
Wow. Cooler.
Cooler City. That is literally the best hand Daniel can have there. Literally. The top of his range.
I'm sure Mike Brady has posted the chips of that session. Probably. How many times do you think he posted that pic, Brady, honestly?
Oh, from your. It's funny. I talked about that article today. When to be smart about losing sessions, and I
Yeah.
linked it. Yeah, I
I,
probably posted.
I love that that's the name of that article, and it was me in a 30-hour grind session to get back to even. And here's how to be responsible at getting back to even, guys. Here's a chip stack of someone that spent 30 hours playing poker to get unstuck. doesn't really it doesn't really inspire confidence in that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if you guys want to read about Doug's longest session, you can go to that article I linked earlier. It's called "The Smart Approach to Losing Poker Sessions." You can find it on Upswing. You can use our search feature and find it. Yeah, it's a great article. He played for a long time, got even at 2550, has a big fat stack of bunch of black chips and green chips, all that good stuff. My longest session has to just be a tournament, because there's no way for me to play a longer session than when they just chain me to the table like they do in tournaments, you know? So just one of the WSOP main days was probably 13 hours, so it's that day. Like, that's got to be it.
Makes sense. All right, big pot brewing. On both tables, big pot's brewing. Oh, my lord. This is a shit spot. Damn it.
Doug makes that river call with the overpair and the straight blockers. Daniel with the higher overpair. He's going to drag another fat pot. It's going to cut Doug's lead to about 80k or so.
But a very lucky 80k. I think it's important that we remember that.
Always.
Because how lucky is it to get nines and then the flop comes out and there's not even one overcard to the nine? I think that's just a really important part of this hand.
That's really spicy. Oh, that's hard. What a nasty spot to be in, is Daniel. It's just rude.
Does get the fold. Hero Value in the chat says something that I've been, I can empathize quite a bit with in this challenge. I do enjoy dodging the D-neg snap, yes. I can always breathe a quick sigh of relief whenever Doug rips it in for an absurd amount and Daniel does not snap call. Feels a little better than when it's just snapped off and Doug just looks silly with his bluff, just sitting there with his sausage. LOL, I'm not going to read that name because it's a ridiculous name, but Josh, do you play at Chasers?
I play at Chasers.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, that's me. You probably seen me or heard me. Yeah.
34k in the middle on the right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
3-bet pot. I believe Daniel just double barreled here.
Okay.
Yeah, confirmed. And now he's checking the river.
Okay. Not a fun spot to be in if you have missed draws here, because Daniel's going to have a lot of check calls here.
Oh, well, it's going to be making it a little tough to check call.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, because you've got a bunch of missed draws here, but you know you can have an 8 and you can have some King X for value, and
interesting spot here.
I might even do this with King Queen would be reasonable for value here too.
Oh, King Queen makes a lot of sense. I was wondering. I feel like King Jack. I mean, you're not gonna go for this. It's basically trying to bluff them off the chop. Then, yeah. I mean,
no. Well, I mean, Ace Queen has to be thinking about what they're doing, and other hands that contain a queen. I mean, I don't think he just. I mean, there's other hands that Daniel can have here.
Call from Daniel
Okay.
the Queen. You were very much right. Doug wins a 170k pot with an 8 there. Sick stuff. Yeah, nice call, dude. I was not.
Trying to fuck with me? I guess none of them worked, so I'm going to assume he's not, and if he is, I guess I'm okay with it. Sorry, carry on. It's like when I'm trying to talk to myself in my head, it's now on stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to play a 4-bet pot. And we're playing
4-bet pot has been called. Shout out to Deceiver416 for the sub. Thanks, bro. Break your dongers out in chat. Might as well. Doug's going to put in a turn bet on the left.
Big bet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You hate to see it.
Oh. Why? Oh my god.
Boy.
Hold on, I need to brace myself. Okay.
I know what that sounds like.
Dear Lord, it's me, Doug. We need a very, very lucky river. Here we go.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Very, very lucky turn, though. I think we just need to stress that.
That's a 184k pot going Daniel's way. It's going to put a bit of a dent in Doug's winnings for the day. Brings it down to about 130k.
I feel like you need to add an extra pair of sleeves now, Mike.
God damn it.